Hey everybody, what's up? It's Nick here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to manage multiple docks on your Mac using a free application called Dock Spaces. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to organize your OS X dock into different dock categories, and so this is all done using a free application called Dock Spaces, which I'll post a link to in the video description. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this review. So anyway, the application is called Dock Spaces. Here's the link to download it right here. It's a freeware application. Just go ahead and click on download down there. And so I'll post a link to that in the description. So anyway, Dock Spaces, what it does is it lets you manage multiple docks. It lets you add a little bit more customization to your dock. So you can move it to the side, you can change the alignment, you can choose if it's 2D or 3D, and you can also choose to assign a specific dock to a specific space using OS X spaces. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to use Dock Spaces. So here's the Dock Spaces icon right here. Let's go ahead and launch up the application. And here's the general window where we have the basic options to hide the window on launch. Here where we can choose to have the menu bar icon enabled, which I do. Here's my menu bar icon. Here with the notifications, you can choose which way you want your notifications. And here, whenever you make a new dock, it's set. You can change it to, so whenever you make a new dock, it's the OS X default. It's a copy of the dock you already have, or it's just a plain old empty dock. However, I like to keep it at OS X default. And then here's your dock hotkeys. Like to change docks, you'd hit Command and then the number of the dock you have. So if I was to hit Command and 2, it would refresh and bring up my second dock over here. So anyway, let's get ongoing. So here under the Docks tab is where you create your own dock. So I have two docks here, my main dock and my everyday apps. So let's say I want to go ahead and create a new dock. I go ahead and click on the plus button right here and it will make a new dock for me. Now here we have the options over here, so click in options. We have the options to change the dock style from 3D to 2D. So if I click 2D, it will make the dock like that. I'm going to keep it at 3D for now. And at the alignment here, let me just go ahead and change that down. If we choose left, it will make it so the dock is over at the left hand side of the screen. If we click on right, it will change it so the dock is on the right hand side of the screen. And if we choose center, it'll just center it out like it normally is. Then position basically is where it's positioned on the screen, if you want it on the bottom, the left, or the right. I like keeping it on the bottom, which is center. So once you have that done, just click OK, and you can go ahead and change the dock any way you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that dock right now, so I think I'll go ahead and reload my main dock here. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete new dock 3. And so here under the Spaces tab, which is basically you have the option to go ahead and make it so whenever you switch to a different space, it changes your dock. So I have that enabled. So let's say I want to go ahead and change spaces. I'm going to go ahead to space 2. And it brings up my everyday docks window. So now I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and switch back to my main dock here. And so yeah, that's the spaces. So whenever you switch to a different space, it will change the docks, change the dock if you have that set. So I have it set so main dock's in space 1 and everyday apps is in space 2. So let's go back to the window. And here in the setup window, it just makes it so that you have the setup for the spaces where it makes you change like what spaces layout you have. Like if you have 2 rows of spaces and 2 columns of spaces, then you set that here, because if you have a different setup here than you do spaces, the spaces feature won't work properly. And so that's basically the setup tab. And then here is the update tab, which is just updating the software. So anyway, that's basically it. Dock Spaces, I'll post a link to in the description. Just a really quick, easy video on how to manage multiple docks on your Mac. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.